Yo, it's Life is Dope podcast. I'm your man, Graffiti.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's Davey.
How you feeling today, bro?
I feel great. What are you talking about? Tired? What? No, absolutely not.
Tired for what, huh?
Yeah.
No, we alive. We alive. What's going on in your world, bro?
Man, my world is going great. Man, I've been showing up late to a lot of places lately. Like, I'm not used to this traffic in Denver.
Yeah, this shit's stupid, bro. You got to leave, an hour and 30 minutes to get somewhere that's 15 minutes away.
Yeah, I'm used to just leaving 30 minutes, and now I'm, like, showing up 15 and 30 minutes late.
I mean, I'm already always late, but now I'm, like, super late all the time. But I'm working on it. We're working, man. We're working in general.
Yeah, we trying to change things up for black people. Like, we're not trying to just show up late anymore.
Trying to change these stereotypes. Shit ain't working so far, but we try it. Oh man, so we got a special guest in the building today.
Super special.
He came back in town. This guy right here, man. You know him even if you don't know that you know him. You've heard him on some of your favorite productions, but we're gonna let him break that down for you. It's my man. Who?
I was gonna say from hometown hero to national, international super producer.
Whoa!
You done heard him on the radio. You done heard him in all your favorite artist songs. You done heard him on the new Srem Life 3.
Yeah, man, you out here flexing.
Give it up one time for our man Scorp Dezel.
Yeah. Let's get it.
How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, man.
Cool.
Out here in 5280,
Off that good Denver, I see.
Yeah, always.
Word. So for the people who don't know, just let them know who you are and what you do.
Scorp Dezel, man. I'm a super producer. Been doing this beat thing for many years, and we just trying to make it to the top right now, getting them bags,
Word. So now I see you got that super producer in your title.
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't put in too much time for it, I mean, it ain't easy.
Yeah.
I feel like I deserve that title,
I agree. I was gonna
Right,
say,
right.
like a lot of people can give you a title, but once you realize you like deserve it and you start giving it to yourself, that's some time put in. How long you been producing?
I've been producing for literally probably about 7-8 years, but as far as beat making, I've been doing that forever. Since I was a youngster, dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's different. It's just making beats. I mean, I know you hear people say all the time it's the difference between producers and beat makers, and it's true because I spent my first 5 years just making beats, but then when I got around producers that had the experience, I learned the producing game.
Right. So that's interesting because there is a big difference. And
Right.
if you don't know music, like you might not know that difference, but because I started out beat making as well, and then I think once I realized you had to kind of convert into a producer,
Right.
that's when I left that shit alone because it's a whole nother world, whole nother game.
So for the fans who don't know, what is the difference between beat making and being a producer? Because you have a lot of beat makers that probably think that they're producers.
Yeah.
They just hop on the laptop, just program some drums, and they're like, okay, I'm the next Diddy. So break it down real quick.
It's simple. It's real simple. Like, man, when you make beats, it's beat programming. You just putting sounds together.
Mm-hmm.
But a producer is the person that's going to get the right singer, the right writer. But a producer might hear some guitars on it, might go get some guitar player. And he's the one that's going to make a hit record at the end of the day. When he turn into the label, it's, he going to do whatever it takes, to make it jump. So as far as a beat maker, he can just sit in the beat and he good. He can go back to making beats. He don't have to go in the studio with the artist or sitting there with the writer or listen to the mixes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That's where the real work come in and having an ear for it. Because at the end of the day, if you just keep on making beats, your bag ain't gonna really get big anyway. Like, you want to elevate too.
That makes sense. So basically, just being there to see the record from start to finish. That's kind of like what the producer
producing
does.
the record.
Right, mixing it, making sure the sound is right, making sure the arrangement is right. Like, I'm a dope arranger. That's how I feel. Like when I work with writers, I know how to arrange a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, your average beat maker probably don't even understand arranging songs. Or I understand like bridges and certain melodies. I can communicate with the singers, with the artists. You know, so that's all a part of producing too as well.
Okay. So as far as like with your early career, what is it that influenced you to get into music? What is it that really like influenced your style early on?
Early on, I mean, being from the Bay Area, it was the whole, you know, the E40, Mac Dre.
Okay.
That era, the mob era, that's really what birthed my sound. And then you had the Death Row. The Death Row era came in. I was, you know, on the dash. G-Funk era, Warren G, you know, like that started it all. And then just elevating, man. I was evolving with the times, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've been doing it forever. A lot of people can't last that long because sometimes, you know, producers get stuck in they box and they don't know how to evolve. And I just evolved with the times, dog. You know what I'm saying? And by me, like when I was a youngster, I went out to, I shot out to New York, and I seen a whole different like feel of the rap game. You know, I was literally out there right when Biggie died. I was probably like, man, a youngster, like, and the vibe was just different. I went down to Bad Boy, and then that was like the first time I was introduced to the MPC.
Oh, wow.
Being in New York, coming from Colorado, you know, I didn't even know nothing about the MP. And from there, from New York, I got a plug. I ended up moving to South Carolina. I got a plug for Atlanta.
Right.
You know, and once I got that Atlanta plug, it changed my life. Like,
right.
I was on tour with Cash Money like the next probably 6 months. Just,
oh, for real?
Yeah, well, I started off like as on a street team, you know, passing out flyers and shit like that. And,
okay.
And my boy, he had an account with Cash Money. Like, he was the one that actually broke, the Juvenile record in Atlanta. Like we went to New Orleans, pulled up on Baby Autumn. It's crazy, dog. Like, I got a crazy ass, like,
I'm glad you brought that
history,
up.
dog.
Because, like, back early, you definitely had that Bay Area West Coast sound. But just from the outside looking in, it did seem like the overall evolution kind of kicked in once you got to the South.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even the artist names start getting bigger, and it's like, all right, now who's Scorp? Like, what the fuck's Scorp doing for real? And it seemed like it started to pick up. Would you say that's true?
Definitely, it's true, man. When I got to the South, you got to think, when I got down there, that's when Cash Money first started, like, when they was really getting their name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I came at a time where, you know, you had, like, Lil Jon blowing up, Young Jeezy, and so I was able to, like, you know, like, just peep game and, you know, had the experience. You know, from, like, even me and Drummer Boy, like, we used to make beats for the same independent label out there. It's Blackout Music.
Okay.
And it was just crazy, bro. It was just, like I said, Atlanta changed my life, bro. Like, I used to come back here and put everybody up on game on stuff I learned. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Man, so talk about real quick, because you did bring up a really good point. Just being a part of, like, their street team, because I could only imagine, like, producers or just anyone might look at that opportunity like, nah, I want to get on, I want to make beats for them.
Yeah.
But you more so saw, like, an opportunity to, like, get in where you fit in. So how important is that to really just, you know, just get your foot in that door, even if it's not just doing what you want to in the full scale?
Man, I tell people all the time, man, like, what you gonna do for the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to be a superstar. Everybody want to be this, be that. But what are you going to do when you get around or get in a circle? Like, you might have to, you know, carry somebody's bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tupac used to be a dancer.
Right.
Pac used to be dancing on stage. Right. Like, you feel me? But he had to do to get on. Like, if you dope at what you do, evidently your time is going to come for you to, like, show up, and you got to show up. And that's just what I did. But it was cool. Like being a person on the street team, I felt like at the time it was the lowest position in the music business, but it was dope, though. Like, I have all these flyers with your favorite rapper on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or parties, whatever. We at strip clubs, and we passing them out. We hand in hand. We get to start a conversation with chicks, and you know what I'm saying? It's just so much. And then, like, we used to go on a tour. I was actually on the Block to Block tour with Cash Money and Rough Riders, UGK, all that shit. Like, classic. Like, it was a street team, so it was crazy because, like, you know, we'll go to the concert, and as soon as Cash Money come on, they'll make us, like, the person that was head of the street team, they'll make us leave to go to the after party to put up posters and all that. Like, we used to be, dog, in Houston, city to city, like, putting up posters and shit. Like, I still know how to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can put up posters on a pole from all the way to the top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real promo. They don't do it no more because you get fined now. They fine the shit out of you now. But, but it was crazy, though. But it's like, bro, that's what it took. I used to be, like, mad, like, damn, man, we could never, like, just sit here and enjoy Hot Boys perform and shit. Sometimes we did, but it was a cool experience. And then on that tour, I met Young Buck. Young Buck, bro, I met Young Buck on that tour when Young Buck signed to 50 Cent. I seen that shit, and then when he left, he called me, like, because I had a relationship with him.
Right.
He called me. I was doing all the beats for Buck when he left G Unit. Like, when he dissed him on it was a Terminator on Sight.
Yeah.
Record.
Damn, that
was my beat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It was
didn't know
crazy.
that. That's crazy.
Like, my dude called me from Atlanta, like, Scorp, you did that beat with Buck. Like, it had my little tag in the beginning. Or, nah, you know what it is? I didn't even have a tag back then. He shouted me out in the beginning. It was real low, though. But then he flew me out to Nashville. I stayed in his house for, like, you know, a week, just banging out beats and shit, doing songs. Like,
Right.
But that's way back from me. You know what I'm saying? Passing out flyers
Just
on the
being
street
in the
team.
mix.
Now, well, if I was like, nah, I ain't no street teamer. I don't pass out flyers. I make beats. Fuck that. I probably will never even be probably sitting here today, my nigga.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like, straight up. Because I get mad when I get artists coming around me. They be like, oh, I do this, I do that. But if you ask them to do something or, you know, they feel like you supposed to drop everything you doing, you know, for them.
Right.
It's like, dog, you ain't putting in no work. Who is you?
Right.
We don't care your stuff is hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many people that can get replaced. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That is real.
fast though. You know how many people want to be in your position?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's why I kind of have an issue with out here. I feel like it's a lot of talent, but the mentality is off, bro.
Everybody thinks they
The
made it
mentality-
already. Yeah.
the mentality is off, and you gotta sometimes strip yourself from that shit so you can learn it. Because at the end of the day, it takes people to put you in position. So you can't go around and say I don't need nobody.
Right.
I need the people to get me a placement, or
Yeah.
I need the people to walk my beat in to this artist. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm rubbing everybody the wrong way, how am I ever win or get to the
Right.
next level? So at first you gotta be able to get along with people. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, that's
That's real. What
Like,
can you do for the game?
nah, straight up, that's what I tell people all the time, bro. Even when I just moved to LA recently from Atlanta, like I didn't go to LA like thinking, oh, I'm from Atlanta, I got all these placements, I know all these people.
Right.
Y'all gotta work with me. I'm like, nah, I damn near had to start over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went into studio sessions when it was my time to shine. I'm playing dope records with hooks on it, beats. You know what I'm saying? I might have to give out a few, and
Right.
you know, I had to engineer a few times. You know what I'm saying? A few people just so I know they'll keep calling me. Like
Yeah.
it's hard for engineers, like to get engineers nowadays. You know, and sometimes I just use that as a tactic just so I can, you know,
Right.
continue to network.
Oh, talking to Mike, bro.
Yeah, it was just a tactic, basically. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Damn.
But I mean, now I got like 2 engineers.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So fast forward, you're now in LA. You're now on one of the hottest albums out, the Srem Life 3. So tell us, how did you get hooked up with Rae Sremmurd?
I got hooked up with them through my business partner, Molly
Okay.
Mall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sway was living across the street. And he was just like, you know, he would come over for like parties and shit. And he wasn't working on the music at first, you know, so I didn't know how that was going to play out. I first met that DJ, Jay Shern, like I really locked in with him. And it's crazy because Sway is like one of my like favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, super talented.
I love like their music. And Mike Will, that's my boy, you know what I'm saying? I knew Mike Will before all that stuff blew up, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they live across the street from Mall, and he just started knocking out records.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like I went over there, check this out. 'Cause I moved down the street from Mall, stay like probably like 5 minutes away.
Uh-huh.
So he probably one morning I pulled up over there to the studio and Sway and French in there working.
Oh shit.
It's like 4 in the morning, like, and I'm like, damn, I gotta get one on these dudes. What I gotta do? Even then, I'm humble because what I did, I'm sitting in their session, chilling. I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them knock out their music, vibe to whatever. When it's my time to shine, I'm going to shine. I don't got to cut no other producer. I can be in a studio with 10 other producers, and it's been situations where it's been like that. Like,
Yeah.
when it's my time, when they call Scorp Dezel, you best believe I'm going to come with that fire. You feel me?
Right.
That's
Right.
real.
Yeah.
That's real. What do you feel has been some of your most standout records or most impactful records to your career?
That's going to be my next question. Go ahead and flex that
Impact.
catalog a little bit.
My career, that was Impact. Stay still. All right. My bad. I still be nervous doing
No,
stuff
you
like
good,
this,
man.
bro.
We just chopping it up.
I would say that 2 Chainz, Pimp C Back I did.
Okay. Yep.
That was impactful because I didn't even know what was going down. I didn't even know how it even happened. Well, I knew who played it, who got him the record, but, you know, they shot the video, and then he, you know, went to Houston, had his mom in it.
Right.
And it was just real. I felt like that was just real culture shock to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like that can go on forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just aside from impactful, just some of the biggest and most memorable placements or tracks that you did in general. Damn, I did that.
I would say the E40 records.
Yeah.
Growing up, you know, looking at him as a legend.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy though. It took E40 like 3 years just to get at me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he actually like the beat. The first song we did, it was a beat I sent him like 3 years ago.
Wow.
So, and after that, we just started knocking out big records, shot videos, and
Word.
you know, it's been crazy.
Shit, definitely shouts to E40.
Yeah.
And so is that normally, or not even normally, but has that ever happened in addition to that time where you had like just a record you were sitting on for like maybe like 2 or 3 or 4 years, and you're just like, I mean, I got this, let me send it to them, and they actually like it, and you're like, dang, that record was like 3 years old.
You'll be shocked, dog. It's stuff that still get placed 2 or 3 years ago.
That's crazy.
Like, even Sway jumped on some stuff that I made 2 or 3 years ago that's banging.
Yeah.
You know?
That just goes to show like just how far ahead.
Yeah, like I'm still eating off my old beats. Believe that. Like,
Do you have a lot of beats that you kind of just sit to the side?
no,
Or, you know,
I
put
be telling
everything
people
out?
everything is on the same level to me because it all come from my creativity. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't say I got this dope beat or these whack beats because I might think something's whack. Somebody else might think it's fire.
Right.
You feel me? So
Might be a number one.
even I play beats for certain artists, they'll be like, man, give me that pack you'll play for Thug. And I'll be like, bro, I'm just playing my music. Like, I'm just playing music.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, everything I do, I put my heart in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So from more of a technical standpoint, just for the young producers out there listening, just getting placements and kind of just getting your music in the right hands seems to be like the biggest struggle for up and coming producers. They always want to know, well, how do I even get my song to so and so? Like, what's some pointers you can give on that?
There's so many ways you can get it to them, man. And now you got the internet. Come on, man. You got the internet. You can just email artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Beats.
Right.
And I felt like my time coming up, I had it the hardest. Like, I had to really get out there and get in the mud.
Right.
You know, and sit outside studio sessions and, you know, you just got to be smart with this, man. Like, get at the engineers. I tell producers all the time, holla at engineers. A lot of engineers be in the studio session with artists, and sometimes it might be 4 a.m. These artists be like, yo, I need beats.
Right.
They can't pull up no dope beats or nothing. Like, you got to just, you know, just have access. It's just who you know, man. It's a who you know game.
Yeah, just moving and shaking.
Does emailing beats still work though? Because I feel like artists really just want to have that experience of like, you know, play something for me like right now, like in person in the session. Like, I don't know if the email game still works, or is it still?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this straight up. I hate emailing beats. I hate it. I mean, like, you right. You know, you don't know if they gonna get it or not. Sometimes it's cool, but I don't like when artists get on Instagram. They be like, producers send beats to such and such.
Right.
I hate that shit. Like, I don't never send beats to them artists because for one, all they gonna do is, you know, they gonna use your music. You don't know if they use it or not.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they'll use it, won't even tell you. You know, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I wanted to bring up.
What's that?
So when you have artists like Future, artists like Chris Brown, who's recording, or like when you hear them say that they're sitting on like 500 and
records,
600 songs, and you know you've probably sent like 20 records over there and they recorded to them.
Man, it's crazy. This music business is crazy, bro. Like, you know, I mean, you know, I got to the point where I got excited for working with an artist, right, or doing songs. And now it's like, okay, if I do a song with Jigga right now, right, it's cool, but if it don't get put out, then what?
Right.
You know, I got a song right now with Young Jeezy and Nicki Minaj that Jeezy recorded like 5 years ago that probably gonna never come out.
Oh, wow.
Heated.
I would be, I'd be frustrated because
It was, and it's like, nice, like, when I see him, I'd be like, man, what's up, bro?
like, can I put it out?
Right.
Yeah, like, the last time he told me, he was like, man, it just didn't go with the album, you know? And it's like, these artists got tons of music, so now when I work with an artist, I need 50 songs. Fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that 1 and 2. What? I'm cool. I need 50 records. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, from a business standpoint, like how does that changed things as far as ownership? Because, I mean, nowadays we see more of these producers kind of doing collaborative albums or just putting out their own albums with beats they made with other artists. Because, I mean, like me, if I had a track with Jeezy and Nicki, I mean, at the time you would probably think he was going to put it out. But I'm like, yeah, this is mine. And you know what I mean? Like,
so basically,
to guarantee that you're going to put out the music that you want to put out.
It's never a guarantee, man. You never know until they put it out.
Yeah.
You never know. Now, you can be a fool and go sell the beat, and as soon as you sell the beat, they might want to put it out. Now you can't even put the record out.
Right.
So you just gotta just keep working, man. That's because if you sit up here to drive off these songs, dog, like that shit'll drive you insane. Like, even when Song like 3 came out, I'm on there checking my record and, checking the stats and all that, which is, I think it's about to go, by the way. But
oh, absolutely.
Forget all that, man. Like, okay, we got that done. All right, let's go back to the kitchen and cook up some more of this heat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's where I'm focused. I'm so creative right now. Like, I'm so much in my creative space. Like, I got to get back to really doing interviews like I used to do and get on the internet and, because I'm so in the studio. I'm locked in. Like,
consistency.
I want to be like, I'm trying to be great at this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first moved to LA, I took the whole year just working, like, nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You think producers are, I won't say underrated, underappreciated in the game? Because, I mean, the producer kind of sets the sound, not just for the artist, but for the era. Like, I feel like a producer sets the whole tone for the way the game sounds for years. Like, you see that right now with the trap, Mike Will, Metro Boomin type sound. And before that, like, well, Pharrell always been around.
It's definitely underrated, but it's underrated because, I mean, music is damn near everything is underrated now because of the internet. Like, the way it's so easy to get music now, you know?
Right.
You know, I mean, these labels they used to give out, I used to pay $250,000 for a track. They not gonna do that no more. Like,
right.
You know, I mean, I seen it coming when Rick Ross dropped that record. Which one?
What was
that
it?
BMF?
Yeah,
when Lex Luger and them came in, started a whole new wave. You know what I'm saying? You know, so.
Damn, that little time period was crazy because you had BMF, then you had that Walker joint. Damn, I'll go hard in the paint.
Yep.
That whole little sound right there.
He killed everything. He killed all the Shorty
everything.
Reds, the Fat Boys, the Drummer Boys, like that. Because then you don't even have to pay that much for a sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was just young cats coming into business, they're understanding the game. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, everything evolves, everything changed. You just got to change with it. When beats started, when niggas wasn't paying for beats that much, you know what I started doing? I started working with the writers. Yeah. Instead of me playing beats now I'm playing hooks and whole songs in the sessions.
Right.
You know, even that song I did for E40, the dump truck, like I sent that in with my writer on the hook already. You know, and so.
That's a jewel right there because not a lot of people think about that. Like,
I'm going to tell you, writers is killing it. If you a dope writer, you don't got to worry about shit. Like, it's just the fact that it's hard to find good writers. Like, I know y'all seen me. I posted something on Facebook a few months ago. I was like, yo, where are the dope writers? I need a dope writer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody's sending me shit, but it's like, you know, I mean, it's not industry standard. Like, you know, you got to be around that shit, man, to really know the sauce, man, to really, you know what I'm saying, to get that sound. That's what it's about.
Right.
You know?
So what's been like the most surprising artist experience? So I guess what's an artist that you probably had like a preconceived notion about, and then you actually met them and worked with them and was like, well, I didn't expect them to be like that at all.
Man, that's hard.
Good or bad?
I would say Thug. Thug was cool. I was working with him. I was expecting him to be kind of rowdy. And, he was just lean and cool, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And he's dope. Very talented. Very talented. He was. What I like about him, like I tell a lot of artists, like Thug was on the board. Like, say this was the SSL. You know, he was running Pro Tools himself.
Yeah.
You know, the engineer do it, but he'll go in there and fix his vocals. And I like to see shit like that because it lets you know the artist is really serious about his work. You know, really into it. You know, but that was cool. Meeting Young Thug.
Yeah, that's actually a good point that you bring up, because I know like people just think he's just like mumbling and screaming on the record, but I think when you kind of like really break it down and you look at like his cadence and the way that he puts his melodies together, it's definitely not something that's just random. He seems like he's very strategic in the way that he crafts his songs. So that's
very strategic, dope.
Word. So what I'm getting a lot from this interview so far is you got to move around. I mean, and you being from out here, you kind of know how people, and not even just out here, I'm sure it's like this in other cities too, but people get stuck in that bubble within their city where they feel like they the man in the city and then don't move around. But we see like with you and then like some of the previous guests, it's moving around that kind of gets you around that sound and that industry standard, like you said, and those people that really help you formulate that sound.
Yeah, because that's what it's about. It's a sound. It's a vibe, and if you don't have that, then you know it's gonna be hard for you to be successful.
Right.
So I see that you have some new stuff coming out. I see that you brought an artist with you. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I got Max B with me, artist I seen, youngster. He just had natural talent from the gate. You know, it's not so much about how long you've been doing it. Like I could tell just natural talent just from watching you. You know, so that's what I seen in him, and I want to have fun, man. Like we already got a few labels trying to reach out and do some business. And like I say, man, right now I'm taking my game to the next level, bro. Like I'm trying to really help artists get on. I already helped a lot of writers get deals and stuff, and right now I'm working on the deal for a group called OSB.
Okay.
They got a song called Everybody Baby Mama that's blowing up. I had Justin Bieber was dancing to it, went viral. And like I say, man, I'm just trying to put artists in position. You know what I'm saying?
Word. So with Scorp Dezel or Dezel Music, is it more like a label situation or how does that operate?
Right now I'm not doing a label situation. It's just more on production. Just making sure the business is good.
Yeah.
I can't sit up here and say I got a label because I don't have one. You got to have a full operation going on with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's more so like if you just hear new talent.
Because it's the fact that I got the relationship. I can go make a deal happen right now.
Right.
That's no doubt in my mind. Like I know the right person. I don't got to go through 3 and 4 different middlemen. I can go walk straight to the building. You know what I'm saying? And if everything is right, we're gonna make it happen.
That's real.
Well,
so Molly Mall's your business partner. Can we look forward to Scorp Dezel on Love and Hip Hop in the future? Like Love and Hip Hop,
cool on all that Love and Hip Hop stuff.
Hollywood.
he looked away hella quick. Like nigga, no.
You forgot I live in Atlanta, man. Like I had my little share of Love and Hip Hop. I got a lot of friends I was on there, and I just don't like what they be. I don't know. It's cool. I'm cool on that. Like, I actually did like a little interview for it too, but they just want drama, bro. Like, I don't want my business all out there. Like, the first question they ask me is how many baby mamas I got. Like, they ready to just
messy.
Right.
I'll go on the show or something if it's about like producing or some entrepreneur type shit. But I'm cool on that messy shit. Then I'll be seeing all these Love and Hip Hop girls and. LA, I'll be cool. It's whatever.
Shit, man. So what's coming up? What's next for Scorp? What should we be looking
Man, I'm ready for these records to drop, man. I got some big ass records coming, bro.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
I know you can't even talk about it, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I can't even talk about it.
When you got a catalog like you got already and then you say I got some big ass records.
For real.
It's them ones.
Changed my life.
Yeah.
So are there any artists that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Definitely.
But let's put it out there in the universe. Let's bring those frequencies in.
Definitely. I want to work with Beyonce.
Oh.
For real.
I can see that.
And that's not too many degrees of separation from
I
where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, right now my music is evolving. Like I'm on that real Afro vibe. Like you hear a lot of my records that's going to be coming out. It's going to be more like reggaeton.
Yeah.
I'm not doing. I still do the rap stuff. I mean, of course, that's in my blood. But just working. I was working with Akon a few weeks ago. Like, like
that's major.
Yeah. So
that's big too, man. A lot of people get stuck in one genre or one category of a sound when world music is world music.
There's more money in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so much with the rap stuff. It's just dangerous, bro. You gotta think I've been doing this for so long, bro. Like, some artists you go see, you know, you got to walk in with 20 dudes, and they all got guns on them. And, bro, you realize, like, I was at the studio the day before Bankroll Fresh got killed, dog. Like,
wow.
I literally seen him, the last outfit he had on. He had the same clothes on. It was at Street as X the day before, bro.
Wow.
I seen him, and then at that studio, it was too much. You might as well put that shit right in the hood. It was too many niggas over there. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas guns falling out, weed falling, everybody like, and it's sad that a person had to go through that just to, you know what I'm saying, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, but it's like I'm cool I'm pulling up on studios, and everything got to be a certain way, like, you know what I'm saying, the way I move now, because it's important, bro. I put too much time in this, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, that's crazy. That's real.
Yeah, but I got French record coming. We're working on Swaycation 2, Shine for Life album. You know, working on that. The Thug album, I got a record on Thug's new project. Man, just working. Jeremiah, me and Jeremiah got crazy records. Man, the records I got with Jay, bro.
Yeah.
Foolish. I got a track on Cuban Dog new album. Got Jeremiah on the hook.
Okay.
That's going to be crazy. I just can't wait till these songs come out, bro.
Yeah, man,
that's all I'm waiting on.
That's exciting.
It's consistent. I mean, like, I'm happy for you, bro. Like, just seeing where you came from and then you just being one of us to now. Like, that shit's inspiring, and it's crazy for real.
Super leveled up.
Yeah,
man, it's cool. But I love coming back, bro. Like, this the city, man. Denver is like a home away from home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come here, I feel just relieved and just relaxed. You feel me? Like, you might catch me just walking to Cherry Creek or something, like, you know, walking in the mall or just having lunch. Because I cherish the moments and the time here. It go by so fast. And because I get back to L.A., I'm fresh off the plane, my Maserati. I'm straight to the studio.
Okay, flex.
All night.
Yeah, I see you slid that in there.
Yeah, having the Maserati, you should, you know, drop the top, moving.
Word. So, one piece of advice, knowledge, information, something that you would leave for an up-and-coming producer right now, what would that be? Man, just stay on your business. Get your team together. And when I say team, I don't mean hella homeboys and all that. I mean get a lawyer, get a manager. And then another thing with the management, everybody feel like they need a manager. Like, it took me years to get a manager. And then, like, when I did get a manager, I was with him for 2 years, and he really wasn't about that. But now I got my management team is perfect. I love my management team now, but it took me time, though. Yeah.
So sometimes you can't always be like, oh, I need a manager. Nah, do your business. If you dope, your management going to come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, get your team together and stay focused. Like, don't let not the bullshit, you know, get you off track. You know, it's just hard work, man. That's another thing. Motherfuckers ain't working, bro.
Say it again, bro.
We works, dog. But I don't think people realize it, dog. Like, even now, like, I can be at my house sleeping to get a call at 3 in the morning. Hey, come to the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling who's there. Like, even when I go to the studio with work with French, I can be there all night. Leave 8 in the morning. He'll be like, hey, man, this is where I make all my greatest hits at. This is where I make all that. And you'll be like, damn, nigga, but I'm tired as hell. Like, and you'll be feeling guilty and shit.
Yeah.
There's been times I've been like, man, fuck it, I gotta get some rest, nigga. But it's like I'm working though, like hours. Like, I just put in 15 hours with my writer last week. Wow. I did probably 6, 7 with her. Then we went to Jeremiah's crib, knocked out 7 more hours at his house.
Yeah.
Like, but we working.
Right.
You know, not 2 or 3 hours in the studio, and then you wait another 2 weeks and you back in there. So this is your worth ethic, man. Just stay humble and grind hard.
Straight up.
That's real. I do have to ask one more question though, because now that we get onto the Maseratis, what's like the craziest purchase that you made that you was like, man, all right, I need to relax.
Man, I hit the Mozzie. That was it. I ain't really had no. I ain't rolling like that. I mean, I'll be around a lot of millionaires. I could tell you some shit that they ain't got. Like, I mean, the Mozzie is cool. I'm gonna tell you though, when I had got my Challenger, I had got the Ford Challenger. That was hard. Not the Ford, the Dodge Challenger. Mm-hmm. That was hard to me though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm coming up from the Bay. I'm an old school type of guy anyway. Like, I mean, the foreign stuff is cool, but my next purchase is probably gonna be the Maybach or something. That's what I want to be on next.
Yeah.
That maybe easy or something.
Man, that's what you're gonna be on next.
Car person. Okay, cool.
It's
So
cool,
yeah.
though.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's good though.
Cool. So yeah, as far as social media, how can people follow you? How can people connect with you?
Man, get at me. I'm on all that. Instagram, Scorp Dezel 100. I'm on Facebook. I really don't be on there that much, but Facebook, Twitter. You can find me on the gram, though. That's where I really be at.
Okay.
All my instant lives. Like, I don't really post nothing that much on Instagram, but if you go to my Insta Live, you'll really see, like, how it really goes down.
Right.
Like, it's straight movie, like, for real.
Okay. Now I've seen some stuff. Yeah.
You said that was at Scorp 100.
At Scorp 100. Instagram.
Man, well, shit, we appreciate you for coming through, bro. That was knowledge right there. Y'all make some noise for Scorp Dezel.
Hey.
Glad for y'all having me, man.
Absolutely. And pay these bills real quick. So all the fans, if you are enjoying the merch, the Life is Dope merch, check us out at lifeisdope.shop.
Word.
You can copy all sorts of stuff. Shirts, hats,
phone cases,
backpacks,
cups, everything, man. We're going to have some new
Man,
stuff.
y'all need to take a trip to L.A. one day. Come, a life and day of Scorp Dezel or something. Come ride with me.
That's all you had to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we was just waiting on the invite. That's all.
Stay tuned for Life is Dope with a day in the life with Scorp Dezel.
See how it really go down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, stay tuned because that's coming up then.
Yeah.
But, what else, man? Who else paying these bills? If you would like to pay some of our bills, go ahead and make sure y'all reach out to us. Follow at Life is Dope on IG. We on all the platforms too, but definitely follow us on IG. Check out that IGTV for exclusive content.
Yeah, you see the followers going up, and they real followers.
Yeah, man.
All right,
we organic.
So if IG does a sweep, our followers ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't know about the rest of y'all.
It's about that
with
time.
us, man. Stay tuned for some more events coming up too. We gonna do some fun shit, man.
Hey, it's gonna be lit.
Let's go.
Life is Dope podcast. I'm Graffiti.
And I'm Davey.
Skirt.
We out.